What is up? Derek here from Moses Hoses, and I wanted to give you guys a quick little video on how to take care of your custom leather wrapped hose. Now, the care is not all that much different from your normal silicone hoses, just with a little more maintenance. The first thing I'm going to talk about is actually putting the pieces in. So every hose comes with a stainless steel hose port and mouthpiece. Now, these are going to be tight putting them in the first few times. That's normal, and that's actually a good thing. So normally silicone would just stretch to whatever you're putting it on and then go back. But leather takes more time to stretch. It needs to stretch over time. It needs to have the piece in there and just kind of sit there and really stretch and form fit to it. And that's when you really get the sweet spot of the leather hose. So that's why you might find it to be a little tough at first. That's normal, and that's a good thing. It'll form fit to it. So I actually found that putting the pieces in general is easier a certain way. So this is my one of my hoses that I messed up, so kept it for myself. I usually like to put the hose port piece at the spot where the hose is knotted. I don't think it matters, but I think it's best if you're not touching the knot as much. Now I seal the knot, and these threads that are sticking out on mine get tucked in, so it really shouldn't come out. But just in case, play it safe. The way to put these in, you don't want to just put them straight in like you normally would. I like to, on the thread side, put that side in first, and then slide the other side in. Now this hose has been stretched nicely to this piece, but so it'll be a little tougher at first. But I found that when you put it in the thread side first, it's just easier, and it doesn't have any chance of getting caught on that side of the hose. Same thing with the mouthpiece. Thread side, slide it in. Now the mouthpiece doesn't have to go in very far. It's going to be a nice snug fit. You really don't have to put it in too far. So I wouldn't worry about that. Actually, I'm going to put that back in. The next thing is cleaning. You can clean the hose however you normally do. I just recommend trying to keep the leather from getting wet. So to do that, the best way to do that is with a funnel. Leave your pieces in. Grab a funnel. Now this one doesn't fit mine. I use a piece of silicone. to adapt it, but it'd be easier if you just find a funnel that fits and just keep it tilted away from the leather, and you should be good to go. Now, leather is a tough material in the end. It really is. If you get it wet, just dab it dry. Try not to rub it. It's best to just kind of dab it dry, and you should be good to go with that. Now the last thing, I'm gonna pause the video for. The last thing is the nature of wrapping leather around a tube. The tube is going to want to bend a certain way. However, the cool thing about leather is it adds stability to that silicone. So it kind of allows you to manipulate the silicone to kind of the direction that you want. So you'll see sometimes the tubing will want to pull the tube or the leather threading and stitching so it's not straight. You'll see here it's kind of bending away from me, but what you can do, because of the stability it adds to the silicones, you can kind of give it one of these motions where I'm going up with one hand and down with the other to manipulate it so that it'll kind of straighten out a bit. So you see, it's a lot more straight now. Now there's times where it's a lot more dramatic than this. This hose is pretty straight to begin with. But yeah, you'll see that this is pretty straight now. You can do the same motion with your hands like this, and it'll help straighten it out for you. Now, one other thing that I forgot to mention earlier. The leather goes past the silicone. That's on purpose. That's so that it holds the silicone in place. But when you're pulling these pieces out, I recommend pinching below where they are so that you're holding that leather still in its same spot. Now, when you pinch it, it will like actually form the hose, but you can always just kind of shape that back. Alright, and that's basically all there is to owning a custom leather wrapped hose. I just wanted to put this video out there for you guys. It's going to be pinned on my Facebook page for you to view it at any time. I will also post it later today so that it's available for you guys to watch and share with other people. And maybe if you're on the fence about buying, you'll see, kind of how this hose works a little more. And with that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that got me to this point, the community supporting me and purchasing my product, the custom orders, the batch release that went pretty well. Everything's been great. It's just been a great experience, and I have the community to thank for that. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Keep doing awesome stuff, and I can't wait to see what other people and what we do next.